Oh man, the second part of Series 2? Double trouble and all that. Well, there are plenty of good ones to choose from, that's for sure. And by good, I mean life-altering terrifying, but what's the difference, really? Series 2 is where a lot of SCP tales and authors really came into their own, expanding the universe to previously unimagined and unexplored areas. It's also where a lot of the ideas started to shift towards less traditional spooks and scares. All very good stuff. Hello horror heads, and welcome back to the scariest channel on YouTube, Top 5 Scary Videos. I'm your horror host, Keegan Hughes, and today we're coming at you with the Top 5 Scariest SCP Monsters from Series 2, Part 2. That's a 4, but not really. Buckle up and pop some preemptive amnestics because you never know what you're gonna find. Before we get started, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more containment content. Outstanding, let's begin. Kicking us off at number 5, we have SCP-1459. Animal lovers, look away. This one's gonna hurt a little. 1459 is an arcade game, the one with the claw, you know. Ooh, the claw. It's pretty much the same as any other claw game except for the fact that there is no prize chute, but you don't want whatever prize is giving out. Seriously. On the front, there's 2 big coin slots, a big ol' red button designed to be pressed, a mic, a number display, a sign that says win a cookie, and a thin slot from which the cookie is dispensed. It runs without a power supply and when not in use appears to be totally empty. Folks have tried to pry their way in with crowbars and baseball bats, but there's no unnecessary access. If you pop a coin in, it'll whir to life and the digital display will let you know how many times it's been used in the past. The claw will appear and deposit a small puppy into the middle of the box. Oh no. The breed and gender varies, but the machine will usually choose a puppy that the player has feelings of affection towards. Oh, it would choose an Aussie for me, wouldn't it? Oh no. The machine then prompts the player to choose the manner in which the puppy will be destroyed. If you don't choose in 15 seconds, the machine will make the choice for you. Then you get a cookie. As the machine self-cleans, a recorded message plays. Yeah, you're totally going to hell for this. Play again? Good lord. I mean, at least it's anomalous and it's probably just an illusion. There's no way it pulls actual dogs into it, right? You know what? I'm done with this one, we're moving on. Coming in at number 4, we have SCP-1466. This one is a number, which to me is just as bad as a monster. All the worst things are numbers. Years passing by, credit card bills racking up, math, you get it. Specifically, this is a 21-digit integer, and it cannot be expressed as the sum of 2 prime numbers. 2, which disproves the Goldbach conjecture. For all you non-math people out there, me included, the Goldbach conjecture is a yet unproven conjecture stating that every even integer greater than 2 is the sum of 2 prime numbers. The conjecture has been tested up to 400 trillion, but nothing beyond that. Or maybe it has been, but still, there's been no proof yet. Definitive proof. Now this may or may not sound scary to you depending on your level of numeric literacy, but trust me, it gets much worse. 1466 gets weird when it's shown to disprove Goldbach's conjecture. An invisible sphere will show up when the calculations are done and will obliterate anything it comes into contact with. Any matter intersecting with this sphere will be destroyed on the atomic level, creating all sorts of highly reactive chemicals. Then the voids left behind by the annihilated matter will implode, thus dispersing the chemicals all around. If a program disproving the conjecture was somehow distributed to personal computers all over the place, the casualties would equal or exceed the number of devices used. In the age of information, that is a dangerously high number. To put it simply, this is a math death sphere, with the potential to spread extremely quickly. And nobody can tell me that they wouldn't wear a t-shirt with math death sphere stylized like a black metal album cover. Can't even deny it. Coming at number 3, we've got SCP-1128. I'll do my best not to describe this one too well for reasons, and I'll explain those reasons right now. 1128 is an entity that manifests as a massive aquatic predator to anyone giving a full description of the being's appearance. People infected with this will act normally but probably want to avoid aquatic activities, especially at locations where they can be totally submerged. No more pool parties, skinny dips, or polar swims for these folks, I'm sorry. Is life even worth living if you can't dive into a lake on a hot day? Sorry, I'm getting distracted, it's February? Ugh. If they do end up in some more than neck deep water, they'll disappear completely regardless of the water's actual depth. This could even be a hot tub if they can get their whole body below the surface. When resurfacing, they'll be panicking like a pedestrian in any given Jaws movie and claim they were teleported to a vast body of water where 1128 pursues them. As they're telling the story, anyone listening will become infected as they will undoubtedly describe the form of 1128. Great work, team. Amnestics actually work to cure the infection, as it appears most folks need to have an active memory of the beast for the anomalous effects to take place. But if a subject is left under the influence of it for too long, the pull towards water will become stronger. One D-class in particular was violently pulled into a glass of water and subsequently devoured by the beast. Sounds like something out of a cartoon, or Spy Kids. Either way, this is not something you want to be messing around with. Apparently the beast actually exists in a real ocean somewhere in our world, but the location is redacted, of course. Just be wary when out sailing, alright? Aye aye, Captain. Coming in at number 2, we've got SCP-1762. What's the theme of this list again? It's scary? Did somebody say sad? Because this SCP is sad. Real sad. Once, it was safe. Now 1762 is neutralized. And not thanks to any outside influence or even the Foundation. It did it to itself, or at least some part of itself. 1762 is a cardboard box, spray painted silver on the inside and outside with the words, "Here there be dragons," written in Sharpie on the lid. If you were to open it when it's not in the process of a release, it will appear to be empty. The box will open every once in a while on its own though, releasing some black smoke followed by a variety of sentient origami dragons. They'll fly around in groups and play with nearby personnel and each other, and after about 2 hours of fun, they return to the box and won't return for another little while. Sometimes a message will materialize on top of the box, an instance of the dragons trying to communicate with the outside world. Any message sent back in doesn't seem to make it to anyone though. Sounds like a lot of fun, right? Well, apparently there's a whole fantasy world inside the box, full of giants and elves and other dragons, and not everyone gets along, of course. While in Foundation custody, a series of events known as the Jabberwocky event played out, in which a war broke out between the in-box factions. The dragons wanted desperately to sustain peace and allow all to live in harmony, but it just wasn't in the cards. I don't want to get too deep into this, as reading the entry is a much better way to experience the story, so go and do that and keep some tissues at the ready in case any sneaky tears try to find their way into the open air. You've been warned. And lastly at number 1, we've got SCP-1471. Sometimes I wonder if I've already come into contact with something like this. Not 1471 specifically, because it seems like such a specific image, but I definitely feel like being on my phone all the time has led to seeing some apparitions. It would be nice to know that it was thanks to some viral app rather than my own lack of self-control. 1471 is a phone app titled Mal-O version 1.0.0. If you download it, you will receive image messages constantly, all of which feature a large creature with a wolfish skull for a head. The creature will always appear to be at frequently visited locations in these pictures, so you'll get pictures of this wolfy guy at the grocery store down the street, or at the gym you frequent, or in your bedroom when you're not at home. Unsettling. Yes. As time goes on, the images will be delivered more and more frequently, and after about 72 hours, you'll start getting photos of the beast near you in real time. It's like AR, but way more sinister. And how the hell is it getting all these pictures of you? Eventually, it'll find its way into the waking world and take up permanent residence in your peripheral vision. No matter where you go or what you do, this lupine-skulled freak will be with you. It won't attack or interact, it'll just kinda be there. Although some claim that it will try to communicate with you, so maybe it's like a forever friend or a Shinigami. Either way, if you were to find this app on an app store, which is thankfully unlikely thanks to the Foundation's efforts, you may notice that the description claims that 1471 is a way to help folks deal with anxiety and loneliness. Seems like it might actually do the opposite, but maybe it works for some people. To each their own. All sorts of fun storytelling potential in Series 2. SCP is a writing community after all. Speaking of the community, I've been trying to make a point of mentioning the SCP legal battle going on right now. Someone is attempting to illegitimately copyright SCP content and leverage it for personal gain, which is not even remotely acceptable considering the excellent work that the SCP community does for free. If you're an SCP fan or just someone who likes to see justice served, consider donating to their crowdfunding campaign. I'll link it down below. Alright, comments time from Top 5 SCP creatures that managed to escape, Part 2. I wanted to know which results you got for 3211. Carlos Lasso says, I read about a golden coin that makes whoever sees it thinks it's actual gold and not plastic. That's interesting and very useful, although I guess it would be hard to take advantage of, because everyone thinks it's gold even though it's not. A Gamder says, I got a creepy Czech woman in 3211. What was her name again? Nerozumum? I don't understand. King Crowley says, I got a cannon for 3211. That's a fitting weapon for a king. Do you think it knew that? Logan Garner says SCP-3211 box of chocolates. Someone told me that's what life is like. They were one hell of a runner too. And Google Krishna says, what I got out of 3211 is a matchbox that speaks about architecture, something about a person who sat next to me and talked about how they left a donut shop, placed an order, left the store, walked to the clerk about what he wanted to order, gave me the donut, entered the store, then told me how he sat next to a stranger and told them about how he gave me donuts, then said I would say this. Something like that. I suck at numbers, so it took me a few minutes to remember the SCP number. I might be misremembering something. You're not misremembering anything. 3211 just implanted false memories in your brain. The inner workings of your mind are an enigma. That's all the time we have for today. Before I get going, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more SCP stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. That's just how I feel most days. Yeah, it's great, thank you. Oh, did I not include the fact that it's the gold box conjecture? Box conjecture. Chris! It's Friday, man. I'm just gonna hold it. Let this first line go by. Back again! Gold box back. He's got no friends. Surface below. Like, am I losing it, Chris? Am I entering stroke territory? Pulled into a glass of Really, I need a glass of water. I was gonna say. And the digital display will let you how know. Do I smell toast? Oh God.